Hi everyone, and welcome to the Video Game Choo podcast. I am your host, John. And welcome to a recording of the show. We're talking about video games. Because there's nothing else going on in the world, you know? It's extremely boring out there. There's nothing happening. There's, no major events transpiring. It's all damn boring out there. So we're just staying inside and playing video games. It's me, John. Hello. And with me this time is Solon.
John, what are you talking about? There's like 1 or 2 new games that came out.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. There's just games.
It's the peak of after summer. School started.
Well, there's that.
It's October. I mean, there's nothing really else coming out, but there's been 1 or 2 free downloadable games that have come out that you don't even have to pay for. And that is it,
that's
though.
True. All right, well, there you go. And Christina's here as well. Hello.
I am here, and I'm very excited because I have played games that aren't Final Fantasy.
Oh, good. That makes one of us.
That's a shock.
I know. But
well, folks, don't worry. We have plenty of things to discuss this week because there was news and there were games. And I think we could discuss some of those things.
Hey, what's up with last week on the podcast when Rose just went off on Tom Holland?
You have to ask her. That is not me.
I was hoping I could ask you. I'm kind of scared to ask her. I don't want her to get mad at me, too, like she did at Tom Holland.
I don't know. Is there anything that would set you off like that, Solon?
You know what? Probably not. I don't think I've ever had such a reaction to anything like that. Except for the news about Final Fantasy 16 being made by the person who made Last Remnant. That fucking guy, the nerve. The nerve that they would let the Last Remnant guy do anything else. You know what? Fuck that guy.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense to me. That you would be angry about that. Yeah, that is a Solon response if I've ever heard one.
It gets me Tom Holland angry.
yeah, but I mean, look at who else is making that game. So maybe they're reining in the Last Remnant guy to make a really good game.
Oh, I will believe it. I will believe it only if they put Tom Holland in it. He's going to be that weird little boy that looks like he's from the 12th century when everyone else looks like they're at least from the 14th.
I mean, he was in that weird Final Fantasy 14 commercial with Hannibal.
What?
Burris. Hannibal Burris.
The Hannibal Burris commercial. Yeah, with Tom Holland, of course.
Yes.
There's precedence. Square Enix.
Yeah.
Call up Tommy.
Call up Tommy. You can hire Hannibal to be, your main character's landlord or something.
That's one of the things I don't get after having played Final Fantasy XIV this much is they have so many British voice actors.
Oh, yes.
I would be surprised that Tom Holland isn't one of these random blokes that just start going off on how dragons are the timeless blood of the essence of the world and elves are their lieges to be destroyed. I feel like they would just wax philosophical forever, and there's 400 British people that are all... How many people are on that island?
A lot.
Oh?
A lot. And they all do voice acting. I mean, how do you think Final Fantasy can have so many NPCs?
It's a chatty island.
90% of them don't have voices, but, every once in a while you need somebody to go, pray, return to wherever.
They have to go city by city, rotating. The voice director has to go all right, tonight we're at Auckland. No, that's New Zealand, isn't it? That'd be a long trip.
Yeah.
We're going to Bristol. That's a city in England, right?
I guess, yeah.
We're going to Leeds, baby. We got to go to Leeds today, and then we got to jump back to London real quick.
All right, we're recasting Alphino with a Cockney voice actor.
Be a hard
for this next expansion.
Game. But yeah, Final Fantasy's always in need of British voice actors, so get Tom Holland in there.
Right up there with Xenoblade and all those other games that just need their pure Britishness. Dragon Quest.
Is that shit British?
Oi. Oh, yeah, you bet. Oi. Half the characters are...
Don't do that again.
I won't.
I feel dirty.
Hey, at least... Yes, half the characters are really bad Cockney. And
I mean, yeah, I've played Dragon Quest XI, but, I didn't know if that was a standard thing.
Oh, it's standard. Square loves their Cockney Brits.
Well, okay. This was a big week, though. I don't know, I guess maybe I should just talk about the thing that everyone's expecting me to talk about. There was a Smash Brothers announcement this week. And it wasn't exactly what I wanted, of course. It was not the Travis touchdown announcement that will happen still. I feel it in my bones, deep in my soul. It will occur,
But it was your second pick as a huge Minecraft fan.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I can't believe Shadow is coming.
I have never played Minecraft.
You've never played Minecraft?
I've never played it.
Huh.
But I will play as Steve, or Alex, or the zombie, or the Enderman, because they are all coming to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate as a playable character. It's a Steve and Alex as like costumes, and then one costume for the Enderman and one costume for the zombie. Yes, that they are. Minecraft is in Smash Brothers. This is pretty wild. It's something that really feels like it should have happened a long time ago. And it does actually sound like it was supposed to happen a long time ago, because Mojang straight up said they've been talking about this for 5 years with Nintendo, and that was around when Ultimate started production, so this might have been a base roster thing that got pushed back a lot. But yes, we have Minecraft in Smash Brothers with a stage and 7 music tracks, which we haven't heard all of that yet. We are going to get a rundown of Steve. By the time you hear this, we will have had the rundown, and there's also a chance that Steve will be released, because they usually release the characters after the rundowns.
I'm so excited for the aesthetic of Steve being in Smash Brothers. Just the music, the nice little blocks, and watching them like erode very quickly over time. There's so many like just very peaceful things about Minecraft being in Smash that makes me so happy and warm.
It's adorable, and
yeah,
I'm glad. Again, like Steve wasn't something that I necessarily give a shit about per se, but hey, I enjoy what they've done with Steve, with the character here, and I'm excited for something new and something as like in depth as that, because you can mine, you can craft, you can build in Smash Brothers now. It's crazy.
Like watching him build the box around Pikachu in the trailer was just like, okay, that's actually pretty cool. You can do some weird things.
Mm-hmm.
And like, if you're quick enough, it'll be like one of those pro Fortnite players where it's just like, no, you got a box around you in half a second. What?
Maybe. I mean, I don't know. We're gonna find out how Steve works soon. But yeah, it was a good reveal. They had a very fun trailer with Mario getting punched so hard by Sonic that he got sent to Minecraft. And then he got blown up by a creeper. So that's great. I will say it does seem like they have not added Revenge, the creeper song, to Smash Brothers, however, so that's something that people are going to have to mod in, I think.
We be in the mine, swinging our pickaxe from side to side. That song?
Yeah.
Just gotta get that Minecraft meme in there.
It was a good time on Twitter, just like, well, when Twitter was up, because Minecraft Steve straight up made Twitter crash for a few minutes. Like, people were tweeting up such a storm about Steve being in Smash Brothers that Twitter went down for a hot minute.
That's incredible.
Yeah, so But it was still fun after that. It was just a lot of fun jokes, a lot of good bits, and a lot of just, like, cute, like, little stories. Because I saw some people talking, like, yeah, you know, like, I told my, like, nephew or my cousin or, like, you know, like, their younger family members, like, hey, they put Steve in the Smash Brothers game. He can fight Mario. And they were just, like, super excited about that. So that's cute. I'm happy that Minecraft is in Smash Brothers. It is a very good addition, and I welcome it. I am very excited to see how Steve works, because, yeah, it's going to be a 35-minute long presentation to show how Steve works.
That's about how long most of those have been, though. But then again,
yeah.
Those also had the full reveal.
This had the reveal. They had talking about how it happened, which Sakurai already did that part.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be pretty long showing how Steve works. And I mean, they're going to go over the music and the stage, and there's probably going to be like Mii costumes as well. So there's going to be other stuff that they'll talk about, but I think it's going to take a good while to really explain how Steve works, because there is a lot to that character, I can tell. Because, yeah, you can build stuff, you can mine, and, like, I guess depending on what you mine up, you can use it to upgrade weapons or to, like, have different kinds of blocks that last longer. Because, you know, when Steve did build that little house around Pichu, there were different, like, blocks there, and they were, like, kind of deteriorating over time, which I guess is, like, how it's going to work. You know, there was, like, a dirt block that, like, seems like it was deteriorating pretty quickly, and then there's, like, a concrete and, like, some other kind of, like, iron or something. I don't really know. It's, like, I don't know Minecraft. But, like, they have different kinds of blocks to be able to do different things and to craft items, because they did also show him, like, crafting, I guess, an iron sword? I'm not sure. It was, like, a stronger sword.
I'm ready for Sakurai to come in and explain for 35 minutes straight what his redstone contraptions are. And then at the end of that, he's going to be like, and this is how you make a scripting block. And then you're just going to have full JavaScript activation for the rest of the round.
What if, though, it is like one of those, him just going off and showing off his Minecraft town or whatever.
He showed a bit of it during the stream.
Where he hangs out. It's like, I built a cool inn in survival mode. I'm so happy.
He did. He showed a little bit of his creations in that presentation.
It was so charming.
Yeah. Sakurai likes Minecraft. He's talked about Minecraft a lot.
I want to be there for, like, that first talk at Mojang 5 years ago. That was like, hey, we need to get in with Microsoft so that we can get enough cachet to get Minecraft Steve into Smash. This is the ultimate plan. We need to sell everything to Microsoft as soon as possible so that we can talk to Nintendo.
It really sounds like the Minecraft and Microsoft relationship actually helped with a lot of things. Like, Minecraft already being on Nintendo consoles, like, helped bring Nintendo and Microsoft together, bring them closer. And so that's why, you know, Ori's on Switch, that's why Cuphead's on Switch, and that's why Banjo is in Smash. It's because of Minecraft. So Minecraft being in Smash really just feels like the end goal of all this, of, like, yeah, like, this game bridged the gap between two of the big three, and that is, you know, that's really special in a way, you know, like, Microsoft is so ready to work with other people now, and I think Minecraft helped show that was smarter than just building a huge wall and trying to keep everyone away.
Yep.
Yeah.
I agree. It's been very nice.
That's been the wild thing about, like, how, you know, crossplay and stuff like that has been, where it's just like Microsoft has been ever since oh my god, my name brain took over. Not Todd Howard. Fuck.
Oh yeah, the Microsoft
Phil Spencer.
Yeah,
Phil Spencer.
Ever since Phil Spencer took over, like, Microsoft has been 100% in the boat for just like, no, we want our stuff to be shared and, like, team up everywhere. It's been a weird thing where it's seeing a corporation like, no, we're going to be best friends with Nintendo. You want to use our characters? Go right ahead, and stuff like that. And it's just, I mean, it was only a matter of time until Minecraft Steve came, but it's still like such a different attitude compared to Sony, where it's like, what am I gonna do? Why would I buy that game on a PlayStation or some games on a PlayStation when I can't, transfer my save to PC?
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah. Maybe Sony should learn that if they do cool stuff and partner with people, maybe they'll put Nathan Drake in Smash Brothers 6.
Yeah, that's the end game for Sony also.
Yeah, that's what they got to do. I mean, look, honestly, if Smash Brothers just united all the companies and everything just became less of a fucking big deal and everything was more affordable and you could play together, then I'd call that a success,
Yeah. Absolutely.
But yeah, I guess real quick I'll go over the other Nintendo thing that happened, because there was also a Pokemon Direct of sorts. They talked a little bit about what's going on with the Crown Tundra. They didn't really talk about anything too new, because, they pretty much announced everything already. But they did say when it's coming out, the DLC is dropping on, let me see here, it's October 22nd. And that's, it's not too far away. That's about 3 weeks from now. And they are also releasing a version of the game, the base game, that comes bundled with the expansion pass for $90. That'll be on sale in November 6th. So that's something. That's the price of the game and the expansion pass by itself. So, you could just do that and then have it all on the cart to save some space. If you haven't bought Sword and Shield yet, that is absolutely the best way to go. Just hop on that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to it a lot. I'm very much ready to play some more Pokemon. They also mentioned that transferring from Pokemon Go to Pokemon Home is coming very soon. You would have to transfer it to Home and then to Pokemon Sword and Shield if you want to use that. They said that that's going to be by the end of the year. They're also going to have mystery boxes where if you transfer Pokemon from Go to Home, you'll get mystery boxes in Go that'll let you catch Meltan. And you'll also get a Melmetal in Home that can Gigantamax, and that's the only way that you can get Gigantamax Melmetal. But you'll be able to, feed it Gigantamax soup anyway in the game. So, it's not like it's completely impossible. But, hey, that seems like it'll be a little easier. Plus, you can transfer some stuff from Go to your base game if you have shinies or whatever on there.
Woohoo!
What nice little synergies. That's cute.
Yeah, it's all coming together. So those were some good updates for Pokemon as well. I am very excited for that update, though. Holy shit!
Yep.
I'm pretty excited for Pokemon fans. It's kind of nice to see, Andrea, my girlfriend, just having an absolute blast jumping back into Pokemon over these last few days, where it's just it's nice to see, and getting that news that gives people a boost makes it even better.
It's a big update from last time, because we got really hyped for the last expansion, and it kind of just was there's not much here, but it was also a lot of it was set up for this one too, right?
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty okay. It wasn't gigantic, but it does seem like this one's going to be bigger. They showed off the there's going to be that those Dynamax raids where you actually go through a cave and you fight a series of Dynamax Pokemon until you hit the end where you fight a legendary. And the cool thing about that is that instead of just bringing Pokemon that you caught, you actually get rentals. Which, at first you'll be like, what? But I think it's good, because then you'll use different stuff than you normally would. It won't just be oh, hey, everyone's bringing Eternatus, so you could just use Dynamax Beam or whatever the fuck that move is called to just kill everything in one hit.
Yeah.
You'll actually have, you'll actually have to have strategy. So I like that. There you go. There's your Pokemon update.
Is there any updates with that Pokemon Cafe? Just want to know how those little guys are doing.
I don't fucking know.
Who knows? Nobody knows.
What
I don't know.
is the Pokemon Cafe mix or whatever that was?
I don't know.
There were a lot of those apps like the last 3 months ago or 4 months ago. They just were like, here's a bunch of stuff. And then everyone's like,
Pokemon Sleep.
We didn't ask for any of this.
They still haven't released Pokemon Sleep or the Pokemon Toothbrushing. Wait, no, I think they did actually release the Pokemon Toothbrushing app. Never mind. But yeah, we still don't know when Pokemon Sleep is happening.
But we'll be on those updates as soon as they get here. Gotta know when I'm allowed to go to sleep.
Excuse me while I switch to my cute Pikachu ear hairband instead of my regular one. Mm-hmm. I think this calls for it.
What else is happening? Well, I guess we could talk about some games. Solon, do you want to start us off this time?
Yeah, there really wasn't that much news this week, which is, often a good thing. But there was a lot of new games that came out. One of them that came out was the Super Mario Bros. 35.
Okay.
Super Mario 35, which is their Battle Royale type game.
Yeah, you played, like, a round of that before we started recording, right?
I literally, before we started recording, was like, oh crap, I wanted to play this, but I haven't done it yet, and I wanted to talk about it on the cast because it's such an interesting concept. And so I downloaded it, and I ran it, and then I immediately ran into the first Goomba and said, all right, this sure is not what I was expecting. I did the thing where you go hit the first question mark block on 1-1 and bounced myself right into a Goomba, and I was like, Solon, come on. And they leveled me up from level 1 to level 2. They said, good job,
hey!
You did it.
There you go.
So I ran it one more time, and I actually got much farther, got into 1-2, and figured out that first choke point on 1-2, the classic underneath the bridge kind of overhang that you have to be small through. Yeah, that is hell in a battle royale. That is absolutely sin when you're trying to go as fast as you can, and there's Goombas everywhere, and there's turtle shells, and it was like, oh, okay, so I really do have to negotiate these levels differently than I'm used to. You
gotta time that turtle.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Or you could just get a fire flower and fuck everybody else up.
Ooh. Yeah, seeing the overlay being the Tetris 99 overlay was actually weirdly comfortable for me. Because I was just like, oh, okay, so I know what to do with my control stick. I know, at least by way of Tetris 99's, how the temperature of things go in that game. It's like, okay, there's a bunch of people here, there's 34 other players, so I'm going to switch things to where I'm only attacking other people who are attacking me, and then by level 1-2's end, I'm going to switch to whoever's got the most coins, whoever's hoarding right now. That flow actually feels extremely similar to Tetris, which was cool to see. I was interested to see how they were able to take the same design elements from Tetris 99 and expand on it in other fields in a way where it's like, oh, we could actually do this with a lot of different games. Because this flow, these styles, in the span of one of the only Battle Royale games that's out there that only lasts 4 or 5 minutes, is actually really good. Most other Battle Royale games are notable for being 45-minute long engagements at any given time. They're big. And these ones are micro Battle Royales in a way. And so seeing Nintendo kind of continuing to pioneer this style is really excellent and very all its own.
Yeah. It's such a cool conceptual thing, but now I'm picturing what other games would be great for it, and I'm just like a frickin' Legend of Zelda 1, kind of just random dungeon rooms.
Yeah.
Building up and getting more and more enemies from other people and power-ups that you need to keep progressing, and
a Link to the Past styled Battle Royale.
Yeah.
Where you once you get to the big boss, someone just drops a bunch of dark nuts on you, and you go, "Oh, come on, bro."
Yeah, there's stuff they can do. I hope that they decide against removing the game from the eShop, which they said they were going to do, which, there is now precedent to them actually deciding against it. Because there was that jump rope game, that like free little jump rope game that's on the eShop, that they said they were going to delist, and then they just straight up said, "No, we're not gonna."
Oh, so, really? Hey. Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's some weird stuff. Like that whole Mario announcement thing where it's just like, yeah, we're going to give you all these 3D Mario games and then we're going to take them away in March. It
would feel weird, but Nintendo being anti-consumer is not unheard of.
Yeah.
And it just feels weird because it's their own games. Usually when they're being anti-consumer, it's about like other people messing with their stuff in a way that makes them feel very insecure about their games and how they don't have them available on everything that they should.
Yeah.
But this is just like, hey, why are you giving us a game to take it away later? That's the least Nintendo thing I've ever heard. Sounds like something Sony would do.
Yeah.
And I guess Super Mario 35 is not... It's got its own thing, too, since they did end up doing did they do a cease and desist or just a total takedown of the Super Mario Battle Royale that uses the same kind of setup? It's still a bunch of Marios jumping around on a 1-1 original Super Mario Brothers style thing.
Yeah, I think they did some kind of takedown. I'm not exactly sure which kind, but...
That was about a year and a half, 2 years ago?
Yeah, that was a bit ago, but the developers at Eureka actually came out and said, like, hey, there was some talk that we ripped this off from that Battle Royale online thing, but... We've been working on this for a while, like even before Tetris 99 came out, so it absolutely was not a ripoff. It was actually just like something that they came up with at the same time as Tetris 99, so...
Oh, yeah. It looks totally original and all its own. I guess...
Yeah, it's very much different from what that Mario Battle Royale was going for anyway. Like, it's a similar concept, but it is very much different in what it's doing, and I think it's a little smarter even,
Probably, and I feel like that's why it's a little more frustrating to me than even before, just because there's totally and completely room for both of those things to exist.
Sure.
Like, you kind of wonder if they're gonna take it down, though, and just be like, here's Season 2, now for purchase.
Ooh.
Or something.
I don't know about that.
That doesn't sound like Eureka, but I can understand the business sense behind something like that.
I mean, because I'm also looking at the menu screen right now for Super Mario 3D World, and you look over and there's just like you have the 3 games on the main logo, but then when you open the game up, there's clearly a 4th slot in there that feels like it was for Galaxy 2, and then that was just like taken out, and you wonder if they're going to be like, yeah, $20 more for Super Mario 3D All-Stars, now $60 in March.
Ugh. I don't know. That would be whack.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you.
It would be whack, but it would also be very Nintendo.
Right.
Okay, we took Mario Galaxy 2 out of the vault.
Like they're Disney?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they want to be Disney real bad, so, maybe they'll just start doing that kind of shit.
Yeah.
We'll see.
It feels weird.
Mm-hmm.
As it is right now, though, I'm very proud of Eureka specifically about how 35 has launched. This Super Mario Battle Royale is fun. Mm-hmm. It's fun and cute and exactly what I needed.
All right. Well, how about you, Chris? Is there anything you want to talk about?
Well, actually, instead of changing away from the Nintendo thing, I actually did play a lot of Mario Galaxy.
Okay.
And I kind of forgot how much I enjoy that game, but also how bad all the aiming stuff feels on a pro controller.
Oh, right, you don't have the
Like
Wiimote to point and click at stuff,
Yeah,
which wasn't
yeah,
great then either, but
it felt a little better than playing with the 3D. Yeah, I mean with the pro controller does. It's weird.
Yeah, I talked about that last week, so
Okay.
yeah, it does feel kind of wonky, but
Yeah, I just wanted to throw that one out there because I have been playing it a bunch. But I've also been playing Hades, which might take Neo 2 off my top game of the year list. That game just feels incredible. Having played a lot more of it now than when I was on a couple weeks ago. It took me 64 tries to get my first clear, but I look at friends like I did it in 14, and I'm like, I should probably stop handicapping myself by taking abilities I don't want just because they have a scroll next to them.
hey, you have to unlock stuff. That meta progression is all part of it. You gotta die a lot in that game in order to unlock all the things that make it easier to not die.
And like nowadays, I get to the end of the third area on just about every run. That's pretty easy for me getting into that last boss before the actual last boss. But it's still like it's such a good feeling game, and like every time you play, everything feels different, which is something I love. I still hate the sword. That weapon's garbage. I've never gotten out of the second area with it.
Hey, that sword sucks. It's garbage. Have you gotten any of the other aspects for it?
Yeah.
Because once you power those
It's
up, actually the sword is good. It's great. I love it. And you just go fast.
Which one should I be focusing on then?
Yes.
To make it not suck?
There's a couple of them. That's kind of like really nitty gritty stuff, but once you start powering them up over multiple runs, those sword gets really nice. It's like such a comfortable weapon that really feels like that kind of perfect middle ground between all of the weapons. But it's never going to be that like top tier, like, oh, this is going to be a winning run out of this one. But it hits just as hard as any of the other weapons and goes much quicker.
The spear for me is where it's at. I absolutely just love the spear with the with the first aspect you can open. Mm-hmm. Just giving me that, oh, hey, I can throw my spear and then charge to it, do more damage, and be out of danger.
Yep.
And then I get that upgrade where it gives you you just hold the button down. And it's like, oh, I can't do the spin anymore, but I never used the spin anyway. And now I just annihilate everything.
Right. Yep. It's funny because almost no matter what weapon, what aspect, what build you're trying to put together, you do kind of use the controller the same way every single time, or the keyboard, however you're playing it. You always have this like ongoing relationship with the main attack button. You're either going to hold the button for a certain amount of time, or you're going to tap it a couple of times, but that's your primary attack. And then you grow that relationship with your special attack button by how often you hit that. But it's always, no matter what your build is, you're always just that's going to be your utility, like, hey, I'm going to hit this button and I'm going to make big numbers happen with this. Or I'm going to, over time, make big numbers with it. But it's something that you rarely hit. And then you have the cast button, which your relationship with that button is constantly just, hey, I'm either going to mash this at the beginning of an encounter, in the middle, or it's the chaos button. Just weird stuff happens whenever I hit that button. And once you've kind of figured out the relationship between those three for any given set of abilities you can have, after that, it's entirely just learning how to use your dodge button. Just that's the fourth button. It puts everything together, and it makes this very perfect like BLT sandwich that's like, oh, I can do this forever. I can do this for hundreds of hours playing this because it's just so relaxing how these 4 buttons work together and the ways that I can expand how I use these buttons. Have you unlocked the fists yet?
I love the fists.
Okay, good.
I love the vacuum fists.
Yes.
Especially.
Since I've been playing this over the early access, the fists got unlocked much later than a lot of the other weapons. And so I don't know how it kind of works when you're trying to like play from a raw file, but the fists are such an incredible weapon especially if you're starting out, because it's one of the only weapons that runs even if you just hold the button.
Yeah.
And so you can just use the fist, hold the button, and then use all your brain power, your bandwidth to use any of the other buttons, especially dodging out of the way of stuff.
Like now you can't hold the button. It only does a specific combo and then stops. However, if you dash, it immediately restarts the combo along with that dash strike. So it's...
Which you always want to be dashing anyway, so what's the problem?
Then you can, like, you take the hammer upgrade for add dash strike to your combo.
And it goes forever.
And it's just like, I'm just holding the square button and hitting X every once in a while, baby, and it feels good.
It sure does.
Throw Athena on all of it so everything you're doing deflects and nothing can touch you.
Yep. There's a lot of beautiful stuff like that in the game.
Yeah, it's really shockingly good, and it's like as you upgrade things, like seeing how much easier it makes the game. Like seeing my girlfriend be able to pick it up and do her first run of it ever, and getting all the way to Perseus and getting all the way to the Minotaur boss is just like, how did you do that?
That's incredible.
That's real good. But it's just like that shield, she had deflect on special and just kept hitting special and throwing it out there. And God, it felt so good to watch that. They're just like, it's such a cool game. It feels so good, and the writing is so good. And like for somebody who's dating somebody who is horribly terrified of snakes, seeing her react to Medusa with like, oh, it's Dusa, go talk to Dusa, she's so cute. It's like, oh,
that's wonderful.
The character designs are so good.
They really are. From my perspective, being someone who's been playing this for hundreds of hours now, and seeing how all of the like endgame stuff really puts the story together, it's been unbelievable. I've found that the entire story of Zagreus and Persephone and Hades, and how they've created this like world around them that is a protective bubble to keep them safe, but also one that keeps everyone kind of in the dark about what's going on, has been like, it's this Greek story that feels very like ancient Greece, you know, your gods, your Olympians and all this, but it also feels so modern, because you have Zagreus, who is this person who was not welcomed into this world. He should not exist. He's an anomaly that people kind of just put up with, like they put up with anyone else in Olympus. They're all gods that are immortal, so we all have to put up with each other anyway. And then this kid shows up who is just trying to find his place in the world. And he looks around him and he sees these gods. He sees Ares, the god of war, and he sees Zeus, and he sees Athena, and he sees his dad, who's the god of the underworld. And they all have their place, except for him. And so while he has to constantly fight through hell to find his place, because the entire story is him trying to find his mom, when he eventually and inevitably does, because that's what was written in the by the fates have determined that will happen eventually. It's like this moment where there actually isn't peace. It is not the end of any story. It's the beginning of a much larger story about a very modern broken family, about people who cannot come together even though at one point they loved each other. And about this kid who's trying to understand, why does mommy and daddy not love each other anymore? And why am I here having to put these pieces together? Meanwhile, there's an extended family of Olympian gods who don't want anything to do with your dad, but don't have any connection with your mom, and so you can't lean on them for advice, even though they want to see you really badly, but you can't actually see that. It's such a realistic story, and it's played out so simply over the course of a roguelike structure that it has broken me down so many times.
Yeah.
And then inside of all of this is Zagreus finding out how much he can build life and love within the underworlds, and making rivals with characters and making lovers out of others, and kind of maintaining these relationships while also understanding hey, we're in a world of Greek gods, and they're known to kind of fuck around a lot.
Yeah.
We just don't want to make the same mistakes our parents did, who in this game you were watching them as they're trying to not make the same mistakes their parents did.
Yeah.
Who had to kill their parents. Just the generations of life that is inside of this game is unbelievable. And inside of it, you also get to press nice buttons that feel nice and make big numbers pop out.
Oh, they absolutely feel good. And yeah, some of the, at the more story I open, I die, I don't care, because I get to go talk to somebody and get a little bit more story.
Yep.
And then, I got a bunch of extra stuff, so I can give you one, and that still leaves me with enough that I can give it to people as I go through the dungeon to get a little more story from them, and establish. Oh, it's so good.
At some point,
it's so good.
You realize that you're actually the villain. It's actually Chris. It's you. It's me for keeping on playing. Because we're the ones who are unbalancing the truce between all the gods. Zagreus would actually be kind of chill if it weren't for us trying to make the big numbers. I had a run just now where I was critting for 630 damage on the first boss, and I was like, oh, number goes burr.
Ooh.
That was my basic attack charged up because I was using the bow.
Ah, yes. The bow is... I thought it was terrible my first run, and then my second run with it, I got all the way to the end before I died, and I was like, oh, the bow is actually really good.
That's the relationship I had with the shield.
That power shot is hot.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, the shield, too, was the first time I was like, oh shit, I can actually get pretty far in this game. I'm to Elysium. What? This is so cool. Yep. Oh, I'm fishing now? Ooh.
I'm so glad that you're having a good time with it. The moment you brought it up, I had a smile a mile wide just because I was like, yes, I love Hades stories.
It's such a good game. I wish I was better, but now I'm trying to balance which one of these extra things is going to be the thing where I can still beat it, and I've kind of just decided the first boss having more attacks is easy enough for me to deal with as long as I get Electo.
Ooh, put on the heat. I love it.
I love how each of those is different, and one of them I just find super easy.
Yep, it sure is. There sure is a difference between the three bosses, and you're like, gosh, I really don't. I kind of don't want to see Meg right now. Megara's kind of mean.
I never want to see Meg. She's the hardest.
She's hard.
By far.
I'm sorry, my wife, but I do not wish to be whipped by you tonight. So yeah, it's been good.
It's an amazing game.
I'm glad you all are having fun.
What have you been playing lately? Anything good?
I've been playing a little bit of that Genshin Impact game.
Oh, yes.
Heck
Tell me
yeah.
about how Genshin's been.
So Genshin Impact is like, hey, what if Breath of the Wild was anime and had some gacha mechanics and like gacha-esque RPG leveling up stuff?
It looks so much like Tales, like the Tales of series.
It does.
Pretty.
And also, what if it had some stuff that was better than Breath of the Wild, but also some stuff that was worse?
Ooh,
you know?
Tell me about the worse.
I mean, I just think that the movement could be a little bit better, and I do wish that there were some more like just overall just things you could do.
That makes sense.
Per character.
Yeah.
And I do wish that there was less stuff to level up, but they have to do that because it's a gacha and they want you to grind and all that shit, which, whatever.
Yep.
But I think the combat is way better than Breath of the Wild's because, A, it doesn't have fucking breaking weapons, which automatically makes it a better game, in my opinion.
Yep.
Yeah.
But what I do love more is, like in Breath of the Wild, they did have some things where it was like, like if you were fighting an enemy and there was a lightning storm happening, you could like throw a metal weapon at them and then they could get struck by lightning, stuff like that.
Yep.
Well, in Genshin Impact, you can do that, but by yourself. Because you have a party of 4 characters, and depending on which characters are on what, you can combine different abilities. Like, for example, you could run into an enemy that is like a water slime, and then you could freeze it with an ice character, and then switch to your fire character, and then melt it.
Oh, that owns.
You can do all kinds of stuff like that, like there's all different ways that the different abilities interact with each other, depending on what kind of enemy it is, what kind of abilities you have, what kind of weapons you have, because it's kind of like, there's archers, there's mages, there's like regular swords, large swords, just different things that each character can do. And then there's also just like the different abilities that you have as well. Like, you can have, there's a one character who has like a big sword. He's like a feral guy who also has a stand.
Okay.
And, there is also some, there's a girl who's an electric archer. And she's also a chuny, so whenever she shoots her arrow, she's doing like the or she's like doing like a dark, like covering up their cursed eye thing. She's doing that.
Excellent. Yep.
Yeah, there's a maid with a giant sword, and she can summon an earth shield. It's just, there's just a bunch of different wild characters you can have, and I mean, I guess I will say that one of the things that I do wish it had, which might be something that they add later, because it is kind of hard for them to do that now, I would think, but I do wish that some of those characters had more story, because so far it's just been like your main character and a handful of the side characters, but there's a lot of characters that you can get on the gacha that are just random characters that they haven't introduced yet, and it's kind of hard to get like invested in them.
Right.
But I'm sure that they'll do that later, because, like a lot of those gacha games, they'll have, like, stories, and they'll add things. You can play as those characters, and they can properly introduce them and all that. I don't know, I guess we'll see how it goes, but, I enjoy it, and I guess I will say that, like, so far, at the very least, the gacha element has not gotten in the way. Because it is just, hey, here's some extra characters, here's some extra stuff for you to try, and it's mostly weapons. And, they're good. You can level up your weapons, you can, if you roll the gacha and you get extras of them, you can combine them together to get stronger versions of the weapons, or you could just level them up. It is very much one of those things where there is too much to do, because it's a gacha. But if you just level up enough to be able to do the story and just do the story, it's not that bad. And, maybe there will be a point where it starts sucking, but hey, I didn't pay any money for it. You shouldn't pay it for it. Just play it for free. It's fine.
Yeah, and, like, I enjoy it a lot, and if I continue to put time into it, I might just go, okay, I'll give you $10, just because I do that with gachas I'm really enjoying. But for the most part, like, I'm also shocked at how well it works on the phone. Like, that's where I've been playing most of it, and I've gotten up to adventure level 13. I'm so close to being able to do co-op with people, and I kind of can't wait. But
oh my god, there's
like,
co-op
the
also on top of everything else?
Yeah, once you hit level 16, it adds co-op missions.
Wow.
Stuff, instant stuff. But it's like, I mean, it does the on-screen controller thing, which I have a little bit of trouble getting hold of sometimes. Just controlling both the camera and movement can sometimes be a pain in the butt. But honestly, it feels better of an on-screen controller than 90% of the games that use them. It feels really good. The fact is, I'm playing Breath of the Wild on my phone.
I was gonna say, does it still look like the Tales of prettiness that I've been seeing everyone else playing with?
It still looks gorgeous. It looks just as... Yeah, I mean,
How the hell does that work?
Really, really good, and it runs really, really well. I actually have seen less slowdown playing on my phone than I did on my computer. It's wild at how well it works and how good it looks, and just... I have the same game that I'm playing on my computer on my phone, which is like... Yeah, I mean, my progress is saved between the two. It feels good. Like, I'd recommend it as hey, if you want to keep playing it, get it on the PC because you can also play it on your phone.
Oh wow, that's just a recipe for being just a huge thing. And when I was at PAX East in March, that's what I was seeing too. But I wasn't sure if it was really gonna like hit the market. Like, I guess market is a weird way to put it, but I didn't know if it was gonna like actually get to people the way that I was kind of hoping it would, because it just feels like it's out of nowhere. It was from a company, Neo. I think it's Neoho is who's putting it on, and
MiHoYo, or
that's what it is, MiHoYo, who have just been doing stuff like this. They've been doing these kinds of games for a long time. And they've popped off in other places, but not here. And so seeing Genshin Impact like have this kind of success has been like really redeeming in a weird way, but also not even close to weird or strange at all, because it's a big MMO like Breath of the Wild adventure open world game that you can play on your phone. That's a no-brainer. And just that it has functionality with playing it on your PC as well, and it cross saves, is just like, oh, I didn't even need that, but obviously this is now going to be the biggest thing that people play right now.
Yeah.
This is going to set some kind of new standard for what people expect from their open world adventure games in a lot of ways. And that's kind of wild to think about.
Yeah. It's definitely something like I didn't think I would care when I first started watching streams of it. I was like, okay, everyone's streaming this. Okay, whatever.
Sure, yeah.
I get it. Looks pretty, but
happens every 2 weeks with some new game. Yeah.
It's a Breath of the Wild, whatever. I wasn't super huge on that game. And then I started playing, and it feels good. I like the fact that, oh, guys are coming at me with shields. Shoot them with a fire arrow. They dropped the shields because it caught on fire. They're standing in water. I'm going to use an electrical ability, and all of a sudden, chain lightning's happening.
I do wish that there were some other options to some of those things. Like, for example, you mentioned the shield enemies. I do wish that there was something else that you could do, because sometimes I don't want to have a fire character on my squad. You know, I want to try different characters, but you know, like I ran into a giant enemy who has a huge shield that can cover themselves up, and really, like, the only way that you're going to get at that guy without a huge amount of effort is if you use a fire character, and that does kind of suck. Like, there should be some some options that you're allowed to have, but it still works pretty well, and I'm enjoying it now for what it is. And yeah, I'd recommend just checking it out because it is free. The PC version does take 300 million years to download, though. So
oh boy,
that is something to say. And also, the PC version does not have remappable controls, at least not yet, or at least not from what I've seen. And they have it mapped so, like, the B button is confirm, and it's just all over the place. Like, all the different buttons, like, picking things up is X, and then, like, you hit A to do some things, but A is also sometimes cancel. It is very all over the place, and that is, like, probably my biggest gripe with that game is just how fucked up the, like, menu controls are, because everything else about it plays fine. Like, the when you're walking around doing things in the map, you don't notice it, but then the menus, it fucking sucks. The menus are really bad in that game, but
yeah,
I mean, they probably aren't that bad if you're just using your finger, you know? Like, just using your finger, it's not going to be a big deal, but, you know, using a controller, it is a complete mess.
Yeah, and if you're using keyboard and mouse, it's just like, hold down the Alt button and the cursor appears on screen and you can click like it's a finger. It's like...
It's not god-awful, but, you know.
That made... Like, I switched from controller to keyboard and mouse just because menuing is so much easier.
Yeah, it's not, like, completely horrific, but... God, it could be better. I hope they do patch it up. I hope they do something to make it so I can just do normal things.
Like not being able to use the D-pad at all for menuing was just like, this sucks.
Mm-hmm.
So you'd say this had a little bit of an impact?
Yes, I think it did.
Excellent.
A Genshin one, in fact. Solon, is there anything else you want to talk about?
Hey, I can talk about tons of stuff. I know that last week on the live stream we played Among Us together. And that was the first time that I'd ever played that game.
Mm-hmm.
And I was kind of wondering, I want to do a little, like, post-talk with you, John, since we played it together. And have you been playing it more with people on the Discord and stuff, too?
Yes, I've been mostly just playing with people in the GameZone.zone, which is our Discord server. Yeah, we've just been in there, here and there, playing, like, sometimes at night. You know, we switch between different things. We play TF2 and all that, but Among Us is super fun.
I bring it up.
How are you feeling about it?
I bring it up because it's a game that I'm just kind of consistently shocked exists in the way that it does. Everything about this Among Us story, with it being, like, the hottest game of September out of what feels like nowhere, but the game's been out for years.
Yeah.
It hit an update is the story that I know as is it hit an update that made it so that you could play it on Steam and on phones really easily together, and then it just popped off. And then that also came with them investing in some PR to get it in the hands of people all at the same time to play it together. And then Among Us happened. Like, it was just a weird moment where a game whose aesthetic matched up very similarly with the current game du jour, which was Fall Guys. But then putting that, instead of it being a platformer like Fall Guys is, a quirky, quick style platformer, it was a Mafia style or however the normal folk game that we all play where we get to kill our friends. Some people call it Mafia. You've got Town of Salem, I think is like the browser-based one.
Yeah.
It's just this game that it looks like a very regular browser game. It doesn't have like any kind of like rich aesthetic to it that makes you feel very fancy when you play it or anything, and which is very similar to Fall Guys having kind of a very poppy, happy aesthetic to it, where you're using these like little characters. It almost looks like a .io game, like my middle school students would play on their browsers, where they just would move hockey pucks around and eat each other. But instead, it's a social game, and so I was just like stunned over the last 3 weeks, and I haven't been on the podcast during all of this. I was stunned that the story of this game, Among Us, is so potent, but also just that it exists in the mainstream in such a huge way where I could watch my favorite wrestling show. They were all playing Among Us together on Twitch today as just a fun thing to do. And it was unreal how often they would get to negotiations and they would just be like, yeah, I killed Kip. I hate that guy. Then they would find out that person was not the imposter. And then everyone would get real messed up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what y'all's experience with this has been, but watching it has been amazing. I can't say that playing it has been as amazing.
It's such a weird kind of game because when you are a not imposter, it is not fun.
Not fun?
I found the mini games to be kind of like, okay, whatever.
It's busy
and
work.
Also, like, yeah, it's busy work, but also, like, I don't know, the temptation of, like, I feel bad for, like, the first person dead because you're just sitting and watching the whole time.
No, you're doing your tasks.
I mean, you're ghosting, but it's such a weird thing. And then I got to be the imposter, and I just kept murdering everyone as quickly as I could as soon as there was an opening. And it's a fun game that I think it needs a full lobby to really have the full impact of how, like, tense it could be. Like, I'm shocked nobody, when I was the imposter, called me out for being it, because it's just like, I was always in the wrong section. And I didn't know the map well enough, so I'm just like, I'm right next to the room with the boxes. There were boxes to the right of me. I think it's like on the left side of the map, but I can't open the map to look at what the rooms are called while we're in deliberation, which is dumb, but okay.
Right, that one's the little thing that always gets me, is like, I don't know where I am. The map, the page just changed.
Where were you? Like I did enjoy the one of there where it was like, well, I was with Christine, so Niall, like, yeah, I was with Christine, so, you know, I'm not sure. And it's like, haha, I killed that person like 3 minutes ago.
Yeah.
So I am safe, and then as soon as the deliberation finish, haha, murder Niall.
Right. Yep.
Yeah, it's a fun game, and yeah. I'm glad to continue playing it.
It fills me with dread. I don't know how that doesn't fill y'all with dread.
I don't know. I just don't take it too seriously. I'm just like hanging out, you know. I'm just yeah, whatever. And I have already basically realized that I am completely horrible at lying. So whenever I'm the imposter, I'm just pretty much prepared to lose. So that's how I'm dealing with it.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because I've never been the imposter, so I don't know how the other half lives. But that's a weird way of putting it. It's like I'm married to the imposter. I don't know. I don't know how the other half lives, so...
I honestly think I enjoyed it more doing it with a group of friends where none of us were on mic, but all of us had to use text.
Oh, yeah.
Because when you're on mic, you don't, like, you can pick up more tells than you can via text. Where text, you're just like, oh, you know, you write, you know, hey, I was with X in the cafeteria. I lost sight of them for a couple of minutes.
It's more fun to do it with voice. It's so much more fun.
I could definitely see it both ways. The funny thing about voice is that there are many more lies that are unwittingly told over voice.
Oh, totally.
Just because you don't remember, but when you write it down, that's when you know you're saying something that you mean you're saying. And so
exactly, there's way more of a wild card situation in there.
And that's why I could see both of them, both mediums, being very exciting and fun ways of navigating Among Us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Social manipulation, as it is.
Yeah.
Also, I don't want to play with Scott anymore. He keeps killing me.
Yeah, Scott's very mean when he's playing that. All right, is there anything else you want to discuss?
I just want to give a quick Avengers update.
Oh, Lord God. How's the Avengers doing?
Avengers Minute.
Tell me it got really good, and you love playing it, and you're very proud that you bought it.
I'm in the end game now, officially. And
the Marvel's Endgame.
It's still really mediocre.
Okay.
But I'm actually having fun now sometimes as I play.
Oh, wow. That is a big turnaround from the last times we had these updates where it was petulant.
It's still a game where I will tell you, don't buy it. But there, 10,000 bug fixes or whatever it was, significantly did help the game. It feels better now.
Less regrets. That's what I want to hear.
It's still not good. It's not something that I'm going to go back to very often unless friends are going, hey, I'm playing Avengers. You want to come play? Then I'll be like, yeah, sure, I'll come join you. We can bullshit about comic books and punch things as Avengers. But,
that's kind of how I felt watching the film Endgame. Was, wow, I want this experience to be over as soon as possible so that it can be over.
Yeah, it's not a terrible game. It's not a good game. It is, it has solidified itself as the main story quest that you start with is a 1 out of 10.
Ooh.
Yep. Once you get into the end game and some more abilities are unlocked and you're doing a little more damage and you're able to take a little more so one-shots from basic enemies don't kill you, then it becomes a solid 6 out of 10.
Hey, I'll take it at this point. I'm just glad to not hear you suffering,
I don't hate it anymore.
Oh, great.
The initial slog is still the worst gaming experience I've had in years. But now that I have a better grasp of how it all works and more abilities, it's, it's fun. With friends. Big caveat there.
Yeah. Many games are much better with friends.
Yeah, and I also played a ton of Slay the Spire.
Oh, good. What's your favorite deck build?
I love that game with a passion. It's one of my favorite things.
Who is your character that you're running with?
Well, I'm working on opening everything on the Switch version because I really want to be able to play it on airplanes and stuff.
Ooh, look at you planning for the future. Someday we're going to ride an airplane
for the future. For the 20-hour drive when I load up all my things and move out of the country.
Now we're talking. Now I'm seeing the long tail stretch of the horizon.
It's the Accursed is probably my main favorite character.
Cool.
Just because I like the whole building up electric charges thing and stuff like that, and the way its abilities work. If you get a good, it's either you get a really good card draw and you're like, hell yeah, I am ultimate power, or you get a really bad one and it's a nightmare.
Yep. Unlike Hades as a game, which is very built around flow and trying to keep your momentum going, that one's really about planning and really trying to be cerebral with your plays and which choices you're making after a round is done.
It's such a well-made game and continues to be a favorite.
Yep. Nice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. Let's see here. There's a little bit of more news here. So Sony went over some of the Marvel Spider-Man remastered shit, like for the PS5 version, and they redid Peter Parker's face. So instead of John Bubniak's face, who was the original face actor for Peter Parker, which the voice was done by Yuri Lowenthal. Mm-hmm. It is now Ben Jordan, a model from New York, who looks a lot like Tom Holland. So that probably helped his case. They specifically had to do this because they, I guess they might have redid or they updated the facial movement capture from Yuri Lowenthal when he did the voice acting. And I guess Ben Jordan's face matches up to Yuri Lowenthal's more, so they had to do it so it didn't look fucked up in the remastered version. Some people are upset about this because it does make Peter look way younger when he's supposed to be a little bit older in this game. But also some people were flipping out a bit too much about it because people are freaks and they don't know how to control themselves over something that doesn't really matter that much.
Internet going, I fucking hate Tom Holland look-alike.
Yeah, he's a bitch, according to Rose. No. No. I don't know. It is a weird thing to happen, but it's not the worst thing in the world. It's fine. That game is pretty alright, and I'm still looking forward to Miles Morales, so, hey. Whatever!
Yeah.
Spider-Man has a new face so that it can look at the puddles that will... The controversies around the graphics in that game is...
Mm-hmm.
Puddle controversy?
Oh, you don't remember? When they first announced Spider-Man PS4, there were more puddles in the initial trailers than there was in the final game. And
people were very mad about that.
People were very angry about Puddlegate. Because fucking gamers, man. Fucking gamers.
Hey, by the way, those trailers are built to sell you on a video game and not be the actual product.
Yeah. But getting mad over there are fewer puddles.
That's so good.
Is... God.
Gamers out there just be gaming all the time.
Fucking gamers.
Yeah, and then I guess one other neat little thing is if you pre-order NHL 21, you can get a tiny little thing called NHL 94 Rewind. I don't know if... I'm trying to see if there will be a... They haven't said if there will be a standalone launch, but hey, maybe they will. It's made to be like NHL 94, the classic Super Nintendo Genesis game.
Yeah.
But I think it's gonna have all the more current NHL teams.
Oh, so cool, I guess.
Yeah, or at the very least, they're just gonna have current teams. I don't know if it's gonna be the current players. But hey, it's those original Super Nintendo games are really goddamn good. So it is neat that they have some kind of game like it out there today.
How are people okay with just the absolutely feral sentence that NHL 21 will have NHL 94 inside of it?
I am very excited. I'm sorry, NHL 94 was my introduction to hockey and why I loved what I loved before I started playing hockey.
That's really nice. That's really nice. No, I'm more talking about the semantics, how messed up it is that we're 10 years away from having to be closer to the NHL series wrapping around on itself to 2094 than we are from 1994. And that nobody has even for a second questioned that, hey, having NHL 21 and NHL 94 in the same thing might be a little bit confusing. I don't know. It's so weird. I don't know. I don't have a solution to that.
I'm sorry. how is it going to be confusing? 94 is 60 years from now.
I know, and I'm scared.
You're going to be getting your retro games.
I'm saying that someday NHL 72 is going to have NHL 98 in it, and where everyone's going to be like, wow, from 70 years ago?
Classic. The real classic of time. Classic of game.
Just got to live 49 more years until 2069.
And NHL 99, the 70th anniversary edition.
Right.
All right. Are there any other bits of news before we move on to questions?
Not really, no.
Okay. Then let's do that then. Let's do the questions. If you want to send in questions, go to videogamechoochoo.tumblr.com/ask. You'll sound like these fine folks right here. The Mighty Mighty Boss Stones asks, if Paimon was your emergency food, how would you cook her?
What?
There's a joke in the game where you can call her your emergency rations. So, if you had to cook her, what would you do?
I would try to click the button right in the center so I get that perfect cook.
Okay. But
probably a flambe.
I would swallow her whole. No chewing.
John just going straight for the Vorios.
Yep.
Not a nice rotisserie. I'm thinking of a nice rotisserie.
Okay.
Evenly around. Just keep spinning her.
Okay. Good answers, everybody.
Who's Paimon?
She's the little fairy thing that's kind of annoying in the game.
Oh, in Genshin?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She's Genshin's version of Shawit.
I was expecting someone that was, like, much larger, so all of your answers make a lot more sense now.
Yes. Absolutely. I mean, Anonymous asks, where do you stand on the Paimon issue? Again, I don't, hate her, but I also understand she is a little annoying.
I like her a lot.
She does that whole, speaks in third person thing, which is very, very annoying, so I agree. But also, she says some funny stuff sometimes. I don't hate her. She's okay.
She teeters on a line where it's not intolerable. I actually kind of enjoy it because it hasn't crossed that line yet. But once, and if she does cross that line into just okay, this is just intolerably annoying, then I will probably be there. But right now, she's just annoying enough that it's actually kind of charming for me.
Has anyone crossed that line with you ever? Has there ever been any NPCs that have been so belligerent with their just nagging that you were done with them?
Gilbert Manderville? Or Godbert Manderville, sorry.
Oh, yeah. From Final Fantasy XIV.
Yeah.
Don't like that guy, huh?
Yeah, I hate that guy.
All right. I don't know what the issue is. He doesn't show up that often, does he?
You'll probably find out soon.
He's very quirky, but I could see if he came around a lot that I'd be kind of sick of him eventually.
Let's see here. Anonymous asks, Jamie Foxx's Electro will be in the next Spider-Man movie. Will his power be contained?
You can't contain Jamie Foxx.
You can't contain his power. No, you can't. I think it's very funny that he's going to be in the new Spider-Man. I don't really care, though. I haven't seen the last one. I didn't see Far From Home. Even though I did like Homecoming quite a bit. But
Far From Home was good.
I think I'm, kind of marveled out. Maybe I'll check it out eventually, I mean, I do want to see Thor 4, because I do really love Taika Waititi. But... yeah.
I'm just kind of excited since looking at Jamie Foxx tweet that, hey, I'm not going to be blue this time is makes me wonder if it's just going to be Jamie Foxx in a stupid green and yellow costume, and I would be so excited to see that.
That would be pretty
good.
good.
Like the classic fucking stupid as hell Electro costume.
That would be fun. I want that.
I need it. I need it. You already did it with Mysterio. Do it more.
Mm-hmm. Solon, do you have any opinions on Electro?
Well, I just kept seeing the screen tests of Electro being in like the big hood and the shawl and stuff. And so I was wondering if they're going to have much Jamie Foxx or if it's going to be more of a voice role. But if it's going to be if we're going to get the whole Jamie Foxx, then hell yeah.
Electro has a mask that doesn't cover his whole face.
Okay. I just saw like a lot of rippling blue effects on the screen tests, so that makes sense if he tweeted out, I'm not going to be blue.
Yeah, that might have been for the first movie that he was in, because he was in Amazing Spider-Man, which was when they tried to do the reboot after Tobey Maguire quit.
Oh, that must have been what it was, yeah.
Yeah. And then after the second one, because it was so bad, then they rebooted again and worked with Marvel, the MCU.
That's amazing then. So Jamie Foxx had the same role on because weren't those Sony, the Amazing Spider-Man ones?
Yeah.
And then now he's got the same role in the Marvel movies.
Yes.
Well, these are still Sony movies. They just share the rights now because those last movies did so fucking horribly.
Right.
They were like, we can probably make more money if we throw their Nick Fury into this.
Yeah.
Which is why they also brought back, what's his name, as J. Jonah Jameson.
Oh, right. Okay, so this isn't totally unprecedented.
Things like that, because it's like, hey, we're just going to do everything everyone wants in all of these so that we can make tons of money off of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yep.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, I still remember the Amazing Spider-Man 2 thing. They were like, this movie's going to be so huge, we're going to do a Sinister Six movie, and the only one they did was Venom, because they were going to do Electro and Rhino movies. They did Venom, and it did really well, so they're like, no, this is part of the Marvel universe now, too, because we want to keep making all that Marvel money.
If the Electro role goes well, could Jamie Foxx get a spin-off?
I don't know. I mean,
probably. I mean, they're doing Morbius the Living Vampire.
Ooh.
I don't know who the fuck wants Morbius. Who the fuck wants Morbius?
I mean, if he's gonna sew the Punisher back together as a Frankenstein, I'm totally down for Morbius.
They won't do anything that fun.
I know.
All right, yeah. Okay, hang on. Shulis asks, "What's your favorite Among Us map?" Definitely the original, the first one on the ship. That is the best one. That is the map. It is so good.
There are other maps?
I mean, yeah, and they're okay. I feel like the one that has like the outdoor areas is pretty okay. I don't really like the second one very much, but the first one is so good. I would hear arguments. I don't know if I'd fully agree, but I would hear arguments of that first Among Us map being one of the best maps in years. It is just so simple, so fun, so easy to remember, so it's just super well laid out, and it's very fun to just walk around in, I think it is just up there as one of the better maps in the last few years.
That first map is absolutely perfect. It's not my favorite, but it is undisputably that you can create a map so potent, so cleanly put together that it becomes standard conversational fare for normal people in the mainstream sense. Like when people talk about going to admin, so many people know and have a visceral reaction to what that means. Like, oh, you're in the center. Got it. I know exactly what you mean in a single word. And that's pretty powerful and incredible. I like that funny airport level, though, with the, big outdoorsy spot. It's got the... I ended up, stuck in a chamber near the beginning for, 20 minutes for just most of a round because I didn't understand how the airlock worked. I called it the airport level. I don't know what it is. Just looked all fresh and fanciful.
All right. Last two questions are, of course, about Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Because, hey, it's gotta be,
we gotta end where we started. You know how it goes.
Mm-hmm. Anonymous asks, this is a John question, all right? So both of you, shut up!
Yes, boss.
Shh. Okay. Anonymous asks, if Travis did get into Smash, what would you want his introduction video to be like? Well, I'll tell you exactly what it would be. I would want him... Okay, alright. Now, actually, here. I will be honest. There are two lanes we can go down now. Because there's the older lane, which is pre-Travis Strikes Again, and then there's another one which is post-Travis Strikes Again. Pre-Travis Strikes Again, I would want Travis to just get a phone call from Sylvia and be told that he's getting put into another, Assassin's event or whatever, and he's like, oh, who do I have to kill? And she'd be like, no, not this time, you will not be killing, you will just be fighting. And he'll be like, what? Oh, I'm just fighting people? And then he starts to slowly realize that it's Smash Bros. And he's just so excited to be in Smash. And, and then it would end with him finding out that he's not allowed to cuss. And he'd just be, a little upset about that. But he'd get over it because he wants to be in Smash so bad. But then Travis Strikes Again came out. And now we have those, little cutscenes of Travis talking to people. And there's even, the visual novel-esque sections. So I would just want him to just straight up meet Sakurai and have Sakurai invite him, quote unquote, in person, to just have a whole written thing where it's just him and Sakurai talking in that Travis Strikes Again style. I think that would be very cute. I'd want to have his cat yelling at Sakurai about it, geez, took you long enough and all that.
Yeah.
That is what I would want.
Oh, that's so good.
It's very good. It's a very good concept to me. And so, yes, I still believe it. I still believe it'll happen. I know that there are people that will say that it's not possible. I still believe it. If it doesn't happen, it's okay. I'll live. 'Cause hell, I'm super excited just for all the people that are happy that Steve is in. I'm living vicariously through people that are happy.
Uh-huh.
Really, I feel like the only character that I was really disappointed about was Byleth, because it really felt like nobody really wanted Byleth. I like Byleth. I like Fire Emblem Three Houses, but that character was just such a wet fart.
I'll be honest, I forgot that Byleth was in until you literally just said it.
I mean, Min Min was also kind of the same, but she's
Min Min's cool.
Okay, and she's interesting, and she's also not a main character. I feel like it would have been way worse if it was Springman or Ribbon Girl. People would have just been like, it's just the main character, fuck it. But the fact that they chose, a character that wasn't the main character, and she's also, this really fun, interestingly designed character that isn't, anything ever before, that is super good. Min Min is a good choice. And... same with Steve. Steve is super fun, and I'm just, you just see so many people being so stoked about this. You see a bunch of kids being happy about Minecraft being in Smash Brothers. Oh, yeah. It's good.
This is so legitimizing for a game that doesn't have 2-3 decades of tradition behind it, but it is the biggest game of the last 10-15 years that...
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, no, it totally represents a younger generation. Almost kind of in a way that The Villager being in Smash did.
Yeah.
One of my favorite things, though, is just thinking about Minecraft from the perspective of games journalism. Because it's one of those things, it's the biggest game in the world, but you never see it talked about.
Not today. I feel like people were talking about it back in the day, but it's kind of hard to talk about Minecraft today, because, what's changing about Minecraft in 2020?
It's such an interesting thing, because, even back then, it wasn't, the hugest thing when I was at Destructoid and stuff. It was this thing that existed and everybody knew was huge, but...
I guess.
Yeah.
To me, it just seems like something that's a little difficult to cover, because when people are it's not like there's huge updates to they'd cover the Minecraft updates, but it's not like there's constant updates Fortnite has, where every week or so they have a bunch of new skins and a bunch of new things, or there's not a huge concert every other week in Minecraft. There are people that will do like events in Minecraft, but it's nowhere near as big as like, Travis Scott or them showing a movie in there, or having a big Star Wars presentation. They don't do big things like that in Minecraft. So I can understand why people aren't writing about it and weren't writing about it back then, because it was just like, well, they added a new type of rock. Okay, I'm not saying it's bad, and I'm sure the people that like that stuff were excited to see that, and there were plenty of like Minecraft focused sites that probably did really well, or like YouTubers that did really well, like covering that stuff. But I think mainstream games journalism just that was not something that they really could have covered, and I don't think they were really prepared for that kind of stuff until Fortnite came out, and they had to, or else they would be dead.
It's one of those just really interesting things to watch, because it is like the biggest thing in the world. Like every time Solon says that, it's like, it's true. It's like how many millions of active players does it have?
Well,
an incredible amount.
The only things that even come close, there's 2 games that I can think of that come close. One of them gets all of the press, and that's Fortnite. There's another one, though, that doesn't get any press ever, because it's also very similar to Minecraft, and that's Roblox. But Roblox is definitely probably one of the biggest games, if not, number 3 on that list. It's going to be above Final Fantasy XIV, I can tell you that.
Oh, hell yeah.
And
I will say...
It's a part of it being for kids. It's a part of it that there's always going to be a part of journalism that is made because it's made by adults for adults and doesn't have any interest in the frivolities of children, which is, not dishonest, because, what are kids up to? Nothing. Roblox,
mostly.
Right.
Like, I mean, you look at the concurrent player numbers of those games, it's wild.
But that's
and
also,
you know what?
That's me being a little bit dishonest too, because what is going on? What are those kids up to? Well, they're doing some incredible stuff in Roblox. There's amazing craft being put into those games, and sometimes it's very representative of the mainstream. Like there's a lot of Fortnite type stuff and gun stuff that you can do in that game, and zombie stuff. And then there's also a lot of other just creative projects and coding projects being done in there that look a lot like what adults would be doing. And so it's kind of funny because it's a non-story in so much that, stuff happens there. It's exactly what you'd expect. It's as surprising and exciting as you'd expect.
And it's kind of some of the coolest stuff, which is what's wild about it.
So Minecraft kind of dips into both of those worlds where it's the frivolity of children, but it's also the biggest game ever, so it's a part of the conversation in a lot of these ways.
Yeah, I mean, it's the kind of thing, though, is that, like, for me, when I'm sitting down and I'm trying to think what to cover about Roblox, like, other than, like, business shit.
Exactly.
It's... Like, none of it's official, You can't just be like, well, Roblox updated today, and here's what they added. It's like, no, it's all done by creators, and, that is interesting, but it's also impossible to really capture the wholeness of that. So, I don't know, maybe someone smarter than me could figure that out. But...
Like I was more talking about, like, the fact that people are surprised that these things are the biggest things in the world, because, like, it's really, it's just interesting to me.
Yeah, and John knows better than all of us that journalism covers the idea of work and politic, which are entirely built in adult terms. And so most things that kids do are well outside of those because those suck. Work and politic? Are you kidding me? Why would kids waste their time on goofy stuff like that?
Look, they just want to make some cool, very much almost Lego thing.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, I think that Travis Touchdown isn't getting into Smash next, but Travis Scott is, and I'm sorry, John.
All right, that's fair. His sandwich is pretty tasty, so I'll take it.
It's kind of tasty.
I mean, what if the next direct ended with Sakurai just doing a quick jerk off motion?
I'm done with you, Nintendo.
just shaking that hand and everyone going, oh my god, it's Travis Touchdown.
Oh, fuck. Yeah.
He just moves his hand up and then down once, and you go,
Travis Touchdown confirmed.
Yeah, he's in.
Gotta charge that battery.
I will always be on team. I want Travis in because I want John happy. I think it's the most pure expression of how much you love that game is anytime you get to talk about Travis. And your version of the Smash introduction that Travis gets reminded me how cool it would be if he's like got his letter and he's on his way out and they do just a quick cut montage of him getting set up to go be in Smash, where he he pets Jean on the way out. He goes, touches the poster. And then he
gets hit in the back of the head with a baseball bat, and they announce "Bad Girl."
Damn it!
I mean, I wouldn't be against them being like, hey, maybe having Badman be like an Echo or something, that or like a costume. That could be something, I don't know. I mean, he's a little different. He doesn't have a katana for one.
Henry comes in. All four of them are just like fighting over this one envelope into the sunset.
I mean, yeah, it could be. I mean, it could be like all the characters that are playable in Travis Strikes Again, because I mean, they all like work similarly. Yeah. So it'd be Travis, Badman, Bad Girl, and Shinobu. So I mean, I wouldn't say no to that.
Yeah.
And then I guess to wrap it up, Harlequin Wheels asks, the character you want most for Smash is the next character. How does their reveal break Twitter? Because remember, Steve broke Twitter. What would happen? What would happen in your character's trailer that would make people flip out the most? I mean, I guess I'll just say for Travis, I don't know if Travis would break Twitter, because I think most people would just be like, huh? Who? Maybe not everybody, but, I think maybe similarly to Terry, there's probably a lot of younger people that wouldn't know who he is.
I feel like Twitter would just be a constant wall of just fuck. It would just be the word fuck for like an hour and a half, and that would break Twitter, because Twitter would be like, what? My algorithms don't understand how to process just the plain word fuck, and that's the only thing that's on the timeline.
I mean, it'd be fuckheads. It's got to be fuckheads.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, it'd just be fuckheads, and Twitter would be like, what? Cusses. Uh-oh.
I think it would just be Twitter going, what the fuck is a Suikoden over and over again?
Yeah.
And then like the three people, that know are just like screaming and yelling.
Yeah. How about you, Solon?
God, I'm just trying to think of all the different characters that would be so fun to be in. And I just feel like anytime
who's your character?
Anytime I land on like, oh, this is my character, I'm just like, yeah, everyone would be so pissed. I'm like,
well, who is it?
Lloyd is just such a nice
People
character.
Would be pissed about that.
They would. Even I would be pissed if Lloyd got in. I'd be like, why would you waste the slot on the oldest game in the whole freaking world, Tales of Symphonia?
People have been wanting Lloyd since, like, Melee.
I know, and that's why I would be so mad. I'd be like, this game's for old people. Don't make people try to play Tales of Symphonia again. Senior Center.
I mean, we could
Melee players.
We can kind of bridge the gap there and put Yuri in instead.
I mean, that is on the Switch.
And Yuri is really good.
Yuri also isn't an elf racist.
That's true.
Yeah.
Hey,
he's good. I like Yuri a lot. I'd be down for Yuri in Smash.
Velvet also. I think Velvet would actually
they'd probably have to give Velvet some kind of costume update, because Smash is for good boys and girls, but,
Nah, have her in the tattered clothes. It's fucking cool.
I mean, I don't hate Velvet's outfit. I'm not slut shaming Velvet on this podcast. I think she has a cool design, and I think it fits what she's about. But also, if they can't put Mai Shiranui in there, they probably couldn't have Velvet with her regular outfit in there.
Yeah, I guess I'm trying to think who else. I mean, Namco Bandai hasn't. Well, I guess they've got Pac-Man, and that's about it, huh? Now that Microsoft's got 2 in there.
Yeah, I mean,
they're back to back on character packs. That means the next character pack's got to have another Microsoft in it.
I mean, there's always a Tekken character, like you could put Heihachi in or whatever the fuck. I mean, I think they should put Yoshimitsu, so that way they could be like, here's Tekken and Soul Calibur
Yeah.
You know, that'd be pretty tight.
All right, yeah, Yoshimitsu would absolutely break Twitter. That's my new choice. And it would just be a bunch of clown images down all of Twitter.
Sure.
Yoshimitsu gonna SD to get the final KO, and it's gonna make everyone super salty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gonna run himself through, and then it's gonna get the final KO, and it's gonna be like those Joker self-destruct swag finishes that people always get pissed off at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the Dragon Quest hero, I mean, not Joker.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, right. It's a kamikaze.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, are we all good?
I think we are.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, everybody, for listening to the podcast. Of course, you can keep posted with us at on our Twitter, which is at VGCC. We have our Tumblr, videogamechoochoo.tumblr.com. We have our Facebook, which is at, let me check here. I think it's just facebook.com/videogamechoochoo, all one word. We have a YouTube account, which I'm also going to check really quick what the fucking URL to that is, because I always forget. I'm so bad at that. It is... Okay, whatever. Just look up Video Game Choo Choo on YouTube. It's fine. You can do it. You're an adult. You're a grown-up. You can do it. We have our Discord server, thegamezone.zone. You type that into a browser and it'll bring you straight there. Also, we have our Patreon. If you have money, only if you have the money, I'm not going to ask you, I'm not going to say, hey, you need to do this. But for $3, you can get early access to our anime podcast, Chuchigatsu Unlimited Train Works. You'll have early access to Starlight Car when we do that, which is our interview podcast, where we talk to people from the games industry in a nice, chill setting. We have our videos, which we haven't really done any lately, but, you know, sometimes it'll happen eventually, you know? We'll do it sometime. Who fucking knows? And, you know, just all that shit. Early, a whole week early for $3. And thank you to Melt Channel /Magic Circuit for a theme song, Crush, off of the album Magic is Real. If you want to listen to their stuff, it's meltchannel.bandcamp.com or magic-circuit at bandcamp.com, or it's also on Spotify. But, you know, Bandcamp gives them more money, so you should do Bandcamp. You should buy their stuff. It's good. And you can find John at JOHN_MICHONSKI on Twitter. And Solon, where can we find you?
Hey, you can find me, Solon Face. It's the face that goes to the Solon place. So if you want to hang out, we're on Twitch most every night and just doing the thing. We're finally up to, we've finished Stormblood in Final Fantasy XIV and now going on to doing Shadowbringers is the last, most recent expansion for 14. And so we're getting into what, as I understand it, is the good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And this month we're doing,
the best stuff.
we're streaming Until We Beats of every Castlevania game for Halloween.
Oh, shit.
So one of these weekends we're going to play every platformer just right on through, and then the next weekend we're going to play every RPG right on through until we beat it.
Those games are kind of long, the Metroidvania ones. So
yeah.
Be fucking careful, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah.
They get chunky.
I am excited to see you play some of those Metroidvania ones, because those games are fucking incredible.
They really are. And we've been planning this for probably 4 months now, so we've been putting our all into learning these games. I
mean, you know what? I'll just say it. Y'all should throw Toho Luna Knights in there. that game deserves more eyes on it. Give it the Until We Beat bump.
I mean, if there was any time to do it, John, you're right.
Is that called the Until We Bump?
That's a different series. Now. That's on my OnlyFans.
Woo! Wow, all right. Chris, how about you?
I'm at, you can find me on Twitter at Judgment Scythe, as well as now on Twitch at Judgment Scythe, because I finally unified my usernames, so I'm not confusing people anymore.
Sure.
That's about it. That's where you can find me. I'm about to start streaming again. I got my old PS2 and my old consoles, Super Nintendo and Nintendo. all hooked up to an OSCC so I could start doing that retro gaming goodness.
That's so good.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, well, thank you so much, everybody, for listening. And we will be back next week with another episode of the Video Game Choo Choo Podcast. So long.